Lauren, Mr. Earhart here. Hope you are doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Lauren, listen, let's quickly go over your test. Now, you've got some pretty good test scores. If you look at this spreadsheet here, here's all of your homework grades, right? Uh, right here. Here's your quiz grades. Of course, you know you're missing some quiz grades. Here's your test scores, 91, 95. You did make a 78 on this last test, but your test average is still an 88, so you're fine. But let me show you why. You missed 1 point on number 5, 4 points on number 7, 2 points on number 8, 1 point on number 9, 2 points on number 10, 6 points on 12, and 4 points on 13, and 2 on 15. Okay, so let's go over these quickly. Okay, I hope that you'll listen. I hope you'll take notes. Okay, this problem here, just 1 point, because when you divide by -3, look right here, Lauren, you have a positive 12. Remember, a positive divided by a negative is a negative. So instead of putting 4 for your answer, these are equal signs here. Instead of putting 4, you should have put -4. Everything else was perfect. Number 7, now number 7, you did make 2 mistakes. Let me show you what they were, okay? Okay, first of all, you take your, watch carefully, okay? You take your 5/3 and multiply it through. 5/3 times 9 is 15, and 5/3 times -w is -5/3 w, okay? So, take the -5/3, multiply it here and here. Now, it looks like you did that because you have a 15 right here. Or maybe not. I'm not sure exactly what you did. Okay, but you should have multiplied the 5/3 through and gotten this, okay? Now, Lauren, once you've done that, sorry for yawning. Next for me, because my denominator is 3, I'm going to multiply the entire equation by 3 to get rid of my fraction. So 3 times 15 is 45. Now watch this carefully, Lauren. 3 over 1 times 5 over 3. Your 3's would cancel, leaving you with 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. So you end up with -5 over 1, which is the same thing as -5 w. And then 3 times -1 is -3. Okay, and then from there you should know what to do. Bring your positive 45 over, make it a -45, and you get -5w equals -48. Divide both sides by -5. These cancel. Now remember, Lauren, negative over negative is positive, and 48 over 5 is simply 48 over 5. Or you could put 9 3/5, or you could put 9.6. Any of those answers would be fine. Okay? Now, on number 8, you just made one little mistake. Here, look at this. Okay, see this? Now watch this, Lauren. Watch. See this positive x right here? You brought it down here. Okay? So, you wanted to get rid of that positive x, so you subtracted x from this side. Good job. But if you subtract x from this side here, you must also subtract x to this side over here. Look, you have a -3x. See that -3x? So if you have -3x and you subtracted x, you get -4x. And look what you put. You put -2. So I'm not sure if you accidentally added an x or if you just subtracted incorrectly. But that's the only mistake you made. Okay? Number 9. Okay, you just made one mistake. Everything's perfect, Lauren. Great job on this problem. But remember, when you're left with this, and in this case, your variables in this problem, your variable is the letter r, right? Well, if your r's cancel out and you're left with a number equals a number, you must put no solution for your answer. You must. Okay. Now, remember, if your r's cancel out and you're left with 0 equals 0. Then you put infinite solutions, okay? Or you could put all real numbers. Either way, okay? But you gotta put that last step. So everything else is perfect. Okay, number 10, right here. I'm not sure what you did, but look, Lauren, you did a great job. Took your negative sign, multiplied it through. You combined your y's. You got negative 9y. Great job. See this negative 9? See this negative 7y? You added 7y. That left you with this, which is good. But for some reason, look what you did. Now watch this, Lauren. When you added 7y, that should have completely gotten rid of your y's. Here's your equal sign. The only thing left over here is a what? A 3. But for some reason, you didn't put just a 3. You also put this number here. Not sure what it is. I think it's a whole y. And that's wrong, then you brought the y over, made it a negative y. That gave you negative 3y. But this y, Lauren, right here, this y should have never been there, because when you took negative 7y plus 7y, they canceled out, leaving you with just 3. Okay? That's all you did wrong. Now, this one here, you did miss pretty badly, so please watch, okay? All right. First thing you want to do is simplify both sides. Okay? Well, you cannot simplify, so we're done with that. Next, you want to get rid of your fractions. My denominator is a 2, so I'm going to multiply everything by 2. 2 times s is 2s. 2 times b is 2b. Now watch. 2 times 1/2 is 1pl. Watch. Your 2 cancels it to your 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. And 1 over 1 is 1. Okay? So there we go. Now next, what are you solving for? L. So this term does not have an L. This term does not have an L. But this term does. So you want to get this term here all by itself. So bring your 2b over, make it a negative 2b. So you're left with 2s minus 2b equals 1pl. Now remember, if there's a 1 in front of a term, you don't have to put the 1, just put pl. Now, next, Lauren, remember we're solving for L, so we want to get rid of this p. This is one term, so you cannot just bring that p over. You have to divide by p. So you're left with 2s over p minus 2b over p equals L. And there we go. Okay? All right, now here, whenever I write this function, so that y is a function of x, that means get y by itself. So, can I simplify this side? No. Can I simplify this side? No. So I want to get y by itself. Well, this term doesn't have a y, this term doesn't have a y, and this term doesn't have a y. This term does. So get this term here all by itself. So bring the 15 over, make it a negative 15, and we're left with 3x minus 11 equals 6y. And now simply do what? Divide by 6. Okay, so over here 6 cancel. Over here negative over a positive is negative. Here 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice, so you're left with 1x over 2. And that's fine. That's a fine answer. I have no problem with that. Or you could put 1/2 x minus 11/6 equals y. Either one of those are fine. Okay. Okay, and then lastly, now this is a tough one here, Laura. I just took 2 points off. Let me show you something here, okay? A server at a restaurant's going to make 18% on the amount of food his customers order. So, look at this. He's making 18% out of the food his customers buy. So, I'm going to set up a rectangle for a visual, okay? Now, pretend, Lauren, this entire box here is 100%. All right? So that's the money his customers order. Okay, now out of that, you get how much percent? 18. So here's 50, here's 25. So 18% is about right here. What is guess? Okay, right there. So, um, so you want your 18% to be how much money? Right here. You want to make $500 in tips. And what are your tips? Your tips are 18%. So, right here. Now, you can use ratios, and that's what I like to and that's what I like to do. Here's a ratio here. So, 500 over 18 equals, here's a ratio here. This is my unknown. I don't know what this is. We'll call it x over 100. Now, let's cross multiply. 18 times x is 18x. 500 times 100 is 50,000. Now, divide both sides by 18. These cancel. And you're left with 50,000 divided by 18, which leaves you with $2,777 rounded 78 cents. So that's how much food she needs to sell on her Friday night shift. Okay? And is that possible? Well, I mean, if each table averages $50, then she needs to serve 55 tables. Now, that's going to be tough to do in a 7 or 8 hour shift, but sometimes on a Friday night, you'll get big parties coming in, and some of those tables will order $100 or $200 worth of food. So it's hard to say, but that's the answer there, okay? Lord, I hope this helps. I'm really, really, really proud of how you're doing on your work. I hope you'll keep continuing to work hard. I mean, a 78, a C, is a fine grade. It was a very challenging test. You're doing fine. Keep working hard, okay? Let me know if you have any questions at all.